Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Today's going to be a speed reviews video. I try to do one of these at the end of every month just to talk about the products that I have been using lately that I am finally ready to review. So a lot of these things aren't necessarily things I got this month, it's just things that I am ready to review. So today's tea of the day is something very different. It's very odd, it surprised me. So it's from this brand called Haze Tea Company, and this is a black tea with rhubarb. It has actual rhubarb pieces and mallow blossoms in it, and I'm not normally a fan of like fruity teas. I mean, there's the exception. I especially like peach tea sometimes, but anything that can be on the sour side I normally don't like in my tea. However, smelling the tea, really good. It smells sweet rather than sour. And as for the actual taste, again, the sourness of the rhubarb doesn't come through. It's actually quite pleasing. I'm enjoying it. It would probably be very good as an iced tea, actually. Okay, let's get into these speed reviews. I actually do not have a whole lot of things to talk about. I didn't try and test a whole lot of new things this month, just a few things that I want to share with you. Normally, I would break everything up into categories of like, loved it, really liked it, it was okay, really didn't like it. I don't think I have enough stuff this time to really separate into all those categories. So I'm just gonna show you the few items that I'd like to review, starting off with this right here. So this is from Roche-Posay, and I got this through Influencer for free for review purposes. This is the Anthelios UV Correct Daily Lotion Sunscreen, and this is the one that's supposed to help reduce visible signs of skin damage. So it's supposed to be safe for sensitive skin, it's fragrance free, and it has niacinamide in it. And I think that is unfortunately why I personally can't use this. I'm so disappointed in it because I have to show you what it looks like on my skin. I'll just quick put some on the back of my hand. I like the pump. It has a nice component there, but I feel like this is an absolutely beautiful product for your, last skincare step before makeup, because it has a beautiful glow, but it also like makes the skin kind of like bouncy and just really hydrated and smoothed. I really noticed the smoothing properties of it, just like really nice. When I first put it on, I was instantly like, yes, I am going to love this. I'm going to use it. I'm going to repurchase it. Like, it's just a beautiful texture on your skin, especially under makeup. But again, I think the niacinamide in it is not agreeing with me. I think I finally have figured out that niacinamide isn't working for me. There have been a few products over the years where I'm like, why won't that work for me? Everyone else loves it. And I think it's niacinamide, sadly. So I do have a friend who is willing to take this off my hands, so I'm happy that she will get some good use out of it, because this is such a nice sunscreen. Again, it's SPF 70. And if you are not sensitive to niacinamide and you like the idea of what this sunscreen does, I really do recommend it. I think it's really pretty. Let's talk about a product that I am wearing on my face. I tried out for the very first time the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I know that a lot of people love this product, and I actually just got a sample of it, and this doesn't look like much, but I have been wearing it a lot this month, and I still have uses left in it. It's amazing to me how this has, how this little sample has really gone far. So I'll put up a picture of what the actual product looks like, and then I'll put up a video of myself applying this product. So I got shade matched to actually the lightest shade in this product, which normally would not be right for me, especially since this is supposed to be like a super cool toned, like pink skin product, which is definitely not me. I usually lean on the warm side. For some reason, this works for me. I don't feel like it looks pink on my skin, and this is such a beautiful product. This is one of those products, the very first time I put it on, at first I was like, it's not doing much for me. I mean, it's just like a tinted moisturizer SPF product. It does have SPF 30 in it, but as soon as I had, like, I don't know, done half my face and started doing the other side, I was like, what's happening? What is going on? This is like visibly blurring on my skin. I don't really know if you guys can tell, but I really noticed it. Every single time I used it, I looked like I had a very, like, just pretty skin filter on. I mean, it's still showing, blemishes are coming through over here, but just the state of my skin, everything looked so smooth and blurred and just kind of velvety, and I was like, oh, I like this product. This is really nice. This is really nice. And one of the things that I like about it is it does come in like a mini travel size, I think. So this is one I'm definitely gonna have my eye on. I really liked it. If it goes on sale at Ulta, I might just pick some up because I really enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna quick talk about a product that I cannot find. I literally bought it in February, and it instantly became like one of my favorite products ever, and it's gone. That would be my M Cosmetics So Soft blush. I am just in a state, you guys. I spent forever looking for it yesterday. At this point, I think I'm gonna blame the cat because I know I had it on my vanity. And the cat loves to knock things off my vanity. And normally I keep that in mind and I try to keep things put away, but it's entirely possible I forgot. And it being in a stick form, I'm sure she enjoyed immensely rolling it somewhere, and I cannot, for the life of me, find it. I do have a video of myself applying it, however, so I'm going to show you why it is so nice. The name's So Soft, and the blush completely describes it. It has a just super, super soft, velvety texture, and I find personally that it applies best using fingers, and just takes just a little bit of just like this, and you're done. It's a beautiful matte formula that doesn't look flat, and she has lots of different colors. M Cosmetics is Michelle Fawn's brand. Fawn's brand. M Cosmetics makes some of my favorite blushes. She really, really does blush well. And the shade Pearl Tea is a really, really pretty neutral on the warm side on my skin tone. And again, I'm just beside myself. I have no idea where it could be. I have looked everywhere. I have looked everywhere. But anyway, that would definitely go in the loves category. I think it's such a beautiful product. I would highly recommend that one. Okay, let's talk about a couple palettes. So let's talk about this one first. So this is from Huda Beauty. This is the Khaki Haze palette, and I got this in an Ipsy at the end of last year sometime. So, color story, beautiful, right? Like I look at it and I'm like, oh, I want to decorate my house in these colors. Like, I mean, look at my green walls. Like, I'm really into these earthy tones. Unfortunately, this wasn't my very favorite palette for the following reasons. I found the mattes actually to be very dark. I had a really hard time using them for the type of eyeshadow looks that I like to do. Everything just got really smoky really quickly. I found that difficult to control. I wish that this lighter shade up here actually, instead of being so pink, was a little bit more tan to go with the rest of the shades. I mean, I was able to create looks. I think I do have a couple pictures, at least one picture of looks I made with this palette. I'll put them up. So the looks turned out fine, but there wasn't a single look I did, and I think I did 3 looks with this palette. There wasn't a single look that I did where I was like, yes, I love this, like, which just surprised me because I really enjoy this color story. The shimmers are topper shades, which actually I like. I know a lot of people are sometimes like, oh, I want full-on foil metallics, but I actually do like toppers. But again, these weren't my favorite toppers because they fell out all over my face when I just used regular eye primer. So then I decided, okay, I'll use glitter glue using them, but then they didn't wear as well on me. They creased a little bit by the end of the day. So I had some struggles, you know, with this palette. Nothing to make me say it's bad, because I know that there's gonna be people who are like on the opposite end of the spectrum from me who like a very pigmented matte. And I just found these to be dark, just really, really dark, and hard for me to create the kind of watercolor-esque looks that I like to do. So I don't think I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna try and find a friend who will enjoy these kind of deep, grungy, earthy tones. I mean, they're so pretty, right? The tones are so pretty, and I think I'll easily be able to find someone who will enjoy this palette. The second palette I wanna talk about is this one from I Heart Revolution. My friend gave this to me. This is the Pistachio Cream palette, and this is actually the palette that I'm wearing on my eyelids today, and I did do another look with it. I will put a picture up. So this is like on the completely different eyeshadow formula than the Huda. This is pretty lightly pigmented. So again, depending on your eyeshadow preferences, that will immediately be a yay or nay for you. I did find the mattes to blend very easily. I should just say this one. I used this one in my crease. This one I just used as eyeliner. That's what I have kind of pressed into my lashes today to make them look more dark and full. But I didn't actually try blending that, so I shouldn't say that about this shade, but this shade blended nicely, but it was, again, lightly pigmented. The shimmers are definitely on the thin side, which I kind of like. I don't like a really thick formula, but unfortunately I did find that these wear off pretty quickly, even wearing eyeshadow primer. Using primer, usually my eyeshadows will last all day. These ones were pretty muted and kind of sad looking by the end of the day, which again, that all depends on how long you're planning on wearing eyeshadow. This shade over here surprised me. I'm wearing this shade today on the inner portion of my lid. And I'm wearing this shade on the outer part of my lid. But this shade I found surprising because I thought it would just be like a champagne shimmer, but it strangely has like a greeny shift to it. I hope that's coming through in the camera. It's like a greeny gold. It's such an interesting shade. So I really wasn't expecting that. Yeah, maybe you can kind of see the greeniness of it there. But anyway, this is such an interesting color story, definitely different from anything else that I have, and I'm really, really thankful to my friend for giving me this palette. As far as where I'd put this in my terms of love it, like it, just fine, didn't like it category, I'll probably put this in the just fine category. I would, I think, like it a little bit more if there was one more matte in here that was, again, more of a transition shade. Like the shade that I'm wearing today in my crease, I just used from, I was another single shadow, just because I didn't want this with this, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, this kind of clashed to me, and this is way too dark for me to use in my crease. So I feel like it needed one more matte to make this a more well-rounded palette. But again, I had zero issues creating my eye look with this palette. It's one of those formulas that literally like 30 seconds in, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I think it's mostly just because the mattes are so lightly pigmented, they don't require a ton of blending, you know? It is what it is, they go on really easily. So again, thank you very much to my friend. All right, guys, I think that was it. Just those 5 products that I wanted to give you some speed reviews on. If you guys have used any of these products, I always enjoy hearing what you guys think of the same products that I've been using. Please let me know down below what you thought of these products so that anyone reading the comments can benefit from our collective experiences. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me here today, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!